Hey guys, it's Chris from Soundstripe, and we're here today to talk about everybody's favorite topic, music licensing. And this is not everyone's favorite topic, I lied. I mean, it's my favorite topic. But there's a lot of questions surrounding this, and today we're gonna dig into some of the most frequently asked questions that you submitted. Also, these weren't submitted, this is just something that we decided to talk about. Okay, so let's kick it off with a doozy. What is royalty-free or copyright-free music? Here's the real answer to this question. Royalty-free or copyright-free music means that no one owns the copyright. The more you know. The reality is that this rarely exists. The vast majority of music out there is actually copyrighted. And when that song is placed in picture or in film, and then broadcasts on TV, for example, there are still royalties that are generated from that synchronization case. However, the licensee in that case, the person getting the license to place that music into film, isn't the person paying the royalty. The royalties are actually paid by the broadcast network and paid to performance rights organizations to distribute out to rights holders. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in question, I don't even know what number. The good news is that this is exactly what music licensing companies do. They provide you the ability to access copyrighted music and not have to pay royalties on the back end. Joke time! All right guys, I know this is a really dry topic, so to keep things interesting, every minute or so I'll throw in one of my favorite dad jokes. You're welcome. Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, no atmosphere. How does a penguin build its house? It glues it together. All right, so the next question is, why do you need to license music? Everyone needs to, your grandmother needs to license. If you're a grandmother and you're not licensing music, shame on you. Any grandmother who doesn't license music will be dealt with. The reason why you need to license music is because it's somebody's property. Somebody owns it. And in order for you to use it, you have to pay a license in order to use it legally. And really, it boils down to liability. You don't want to get sued. You don't want your production to get halted or be stopped from a certain distribution because you didn't secure the rights to the song. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it helps you do what you love to do without being stopped. What do you call an elephant that doesn't matter? An irrelevant. You want to hear a joke about construction? I'm still working on it. All right, so the next question on our list of questions. Can you discuss how a filmmaker normally has to license music for films or videos? All right, so there's a couple different ways that filmmakers or video content creators normally get music for their work. Lungeon licensing. One is by hiring a composer, somebody who matches the motif of exactly what you need for your film. I mean, what would Star Wars be without John Williams' score? Dun 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 dun. That's for sure, dude. Think Inception or Braveheart or Star Wars or literally any movie you've ever seen. The second way you can go about this is by using music libraries. And in the past few years, the quality of production in music libraries has increased significantly. So if you're somebody or a small operation who produces a lot of video content and you need music that's going to make an impact and increase the production value, and you can't hire a composer, music libraries are an excellent way to go. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? It was too tired. What's brown and sticky? A stick. Can you discuss the different rights filmmakers need? Really what you need is a synchronization license. And most of the time, that license covers your song or music being placed in your film. Now the fees associated with that license really range in scope, anywhere from $50 per song all the way to $10,000 per song based on the use. The good news is that there are companies like Soundstripe which provide a flat fee for any video use. What are some pitfalls filmmakers can fall into when licensing music? I'm trying to think of something cheeky to say, and I don't have anything. One of the issues that filmmakers often come across is making sure that they have the proper license for the end use. Now, we covered this in the question previously, but this is always something to be aware of. Make sure that in your license you're covered for whatever current or future end use that video production is going to see. Another massive complication that many content creators come across is the dreaded YouTube Content ID. If I could give a face to YouTube that expressed how I feel about this topic, it would be this one. The YouTube Content ID is an algorithm which identifies when a piece of copyrighted music is used with a video. We all know YouTube Content ID is broken. I think YouTube even knows Content ID is broken and they're just not admitting it. But the good news is that when you receive a false claim on a song that you legally licensed, the majority of the time, if you're working with a music licensing company, they're going to help advocate on your behalf that you have the proper licenses to use that music in your video. How many apples grow on a tree? All of them. What's Forrest Gump's computer password? 1Forrest1. All right, so making our way through here. What is ASCAP and BMI? Well, ASCAP, BMI, and also CSAC are performance rights organizations. And what they do is they collect royalties for rights holders, like songwriters and publishers, anytime a song is played in a public arena. Now, this could be in a restaurant or a venue or something like that, but it also counts for things like broadcast and cable networks. So when your video is performed or presented on any of these type of channels, there are royalties generated that then the performance rights organization collect from those networks and pay out to writers or publishers. And this is one of the reasons why the licensee or the filmmaker doesn't have to pay royalties on the songs. That happens from the network. Did you know 5/4 of people admit they're bad at fractions? What do you call a fish with no eyes? Fish. Is it true that it doesn't matter if you use 5 seconds or 2 minutes of a song, it still costs the same? So really what we're talking about here is the fair use doctrine. And there's a lot of misinformation floating around out there about what exactly that is. But the main thing that you need to take away is that it's a defense doctrine. It's not going to absolve you of liability if somebody were to come and say that you're infringing on their copyright. So in order to do this legitimately and use songs with your production, you really need to make sure that you get a license for that song, no matter how long you're using it for. And one thing I want to talk about is the impact that music licensing has on the music industry. There are so many writers and composers and session musicians and artists who benefit when you legally license music. A lot of these people are making a full-time income from producing music specifically for film. And the marriage of music and film is so important and so powerful, and these two creative disciplines, when merged together, create something awesome. And so when you legally license music, you're also doing a service to all of these artists and creators who work hard at their craft to produce music that elevates the production value of the work that you do. All right, everyone, thanks for watching, all 2 of you who are left. Hopefully some part of this was educational and entertaining. As always, if you have any questions or there's anything that you need, feel free to reach out to our lovely customer care team here at Soundstripe. And check out our blog for more information regarding music licensing. I'm Chris from Soundstripe. Take care.